bail was set and Charles Van Dijk signed the bail bond. I was released and initially told that I'd make my first court appearance on Wednesday but about 2 hours after I returned to the office, the investigator called to tell me that I will be informed about the court date on Wednesday afternoon. I need to submit a report to my boss first, he said. I have no choice, so I'll wait for those bosses to make up their mind. In the meantime, lawyers have advised that I refrain from making any comments on the criminal charges leveled against me. All I can say for now is that I'm unfazed. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm very prepared for the worst. That's coming from atta-kusi on his blog atta-kusi.com. You can visit there for that. And this post was yesterday, July 19th, 2010. So that's that. Bismarck.
Yeah. So
it's interesting. So as I was saying, I do agree with anyone who said that journalists have to behave responsibly. For that one, I think there is no way about no two ways about that. I mean, the fact that you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you should practice irresponsible journalism. But we should ask ourselves, what Kwame did amounts to an irresponsible journalism. And from the way things are moving, it looks like freedom of speech is being curtailed by these people. And if Ghanaians doesn't wake up to the realities, these people who go a long way in taking all our rights and freedoms that we enjoyed under the constitution from us. And if that happens, there may even be a time in this country whereby nobody will be even allowed to pass a comment, just a comment on any national issues affecting our lives. And is that the state that we want to practice, as is being happening in Somalia, whereby there is no authority and that anybody is doing his own thing? Is that what we want as a state? I think our freedom should be protected, and the government shouldn't interfere, because it's so clear and vivid in our constitution that these are some of the freedoms that we have to enjoy as citizens of this country, who are stakeholders in the democratic dispensation that we are enjoying. So I'm just wondering why this government is doing this. I'm just wondering why they claim that they are the ushers of the 1992 constitution, and that their party, they even have the democracy in their own party. And I look at what they are doing. Is that fair? Oh, God should have mercy on us.
Okay, thank you very much. It's coming from Bismarck or say a champong. Now, even before we move on to the next issue, Bernard has something for us, yeah?
Yes, Atta, before we leave this issue completely, a piece of advice for the government. I think, well, they've come out to rebut that publication, and they've said how offensive it is to the government, and I think they should leave it at that, because pursuing it will not be in the state's interest, and it will only drag on, wasting resources of the state and all. So for me, it's just a piece of advice, because when you look at events occurring lately, as everybody's alluding to, okay, it seems to give the impression that this government is not being tolerant with a lot of things, and I'll advise them to try and then correct that impression by letting this issue of atta-kusi go. But another thing also comes up. What if there was a threat? You can go further to look at the merits of the matter. If there was a threat, is it necessarily, how do you say as government? Okay, maybe someone in the party might not necessarily be government. There are a lot of intricacies into the possibilities. Okay, so I think it will do us a lot of good to just for the government to let matters go, and also for journalists to learn their lessons that they need to learn. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Bernard Boachi. But the U.S. medical team will be on a mission to the KNUST hospital from between the 14th to the 28th of August 2010. It's a team of international healthcare volunteers, medical mission from the United States of America. That will be here at the KNUST hospital from, again, it's 14th to the 28th of August 2010. The team will comprise the following specialists: internal medicine, general oncological surgery, general obstetrics, gynecology, and then gynecologic oncology and anesthesia. Procedures to be performed include obstetric, gynecology, both general and oncology cases, and then general surgery. Screening of patients takes place at the hospital on Mondays and Fridays, starting from 7th June to 30th July 2010. So I'm sure the screening is currently in progress even before the medical team arrive from the United States. So from 7th June to 30th of July, be there from 8 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon, Mondays and Fridays. National Health Insurance Scheme, I'm told, may apply. So this is by way of announcement. And then there's going to be a phase of Senior High School 2010. That's coming off at from between the 5th and 7th of August 2010. If you're a girl between the ages of 16 and 19 years, talented, bold, and confident, then this is a finest opportunity to be the first teen ambassador. The first prize will earn 300 Ghana Cedi, a laptop, a brand new mobile phone, 6 months clothing supply from TNL, a certificate of participation. Second prize will be 200 Ghana Cedis, 3 months clothing supply from TNL, a certificate of participation. Third prize will be 100 Ghana Cedis, 1 month clothing supply from TNL, and a certificate of participation. For more information, call 054-520-3927. Again, it's 054-520-3927. This is to your community watch on Focus 94.3. Finally, Focus FM is coming up with a third round of Focus Radio Scoop. It's a radio education or a radio training platform that has been built for you to equip yourself in respect of anything that a radio journalist should know. If you are dreaming of becoming a radio presenter, newscaster, DJ, renowned producer, and the likes, then this is an opportunity for you to realize that your long-awaited dream has come. The following advantages would be earned: excellent tuition from well-resourced people in the radio industry, good course materials to aid your studies, practical knowledge in the field of studies, high attachment placement, friendly atmosphere for your studies, recognized certificate endorsement by highly placed people of the station, and then you get value for your money as promised by Focus FM. Pick up your registration form at the front desk of Focus FM now, or call the following numbers: 027-134-323. I'll go through that again: 027-134-323 and 0275 768646, 0275 768646. Enroll now as vacancy is quite limited. This again is your community was on Focus 943. Bernard Boache had that interview with what's his name again? Dr. Odija. Yeah, on the swine flu and then how safe it was. What was the indication he actually gave you in that interview?
Well, on that interview, I heard you play it earlier on. Dr. Odija told me that the vaccines are very, very safe. The thing is this, that every vaccine has its own side effects. Okay, so this one is not an exception. This is a vaccine that has been certified by the World Health Organization as being able, as being good for the prevention of the H1N1 virus. So for him, being a surgeon and a qualified medical practitioner, he told us that he had not reported. People come with those side effects, which he just gives them assurance that it will be okay. But as far as he's concerned, the worst it could get is death. And nobody has reported at his clinic or his hospital that he has died from it. So that's what he told me. And I think as commentators or social commentators or radio personalities, it's our duty to help with education. Personally, if you ask me, I'll say our government, particularly the Ministry of Health and our medical practitioners, have not been fair to citizens of this nation, because they brought this, and the least they could have done is to do a very good job of educating the masses on some of the side effects. You won't believe it, but we did a lot of vox pops, and we did a lot on that story, and people are not even aware that there is such a vaccine. You wouldn't believe it, but there are a lot of people who are not aware. For those who are aware, their colleagues who are mostly semi-educated on this particular issue, I should say, give them the information, which of course you can expect wrong information in that instance. Okay, so the government has not been fair. Our medical practitioners have not been fair, and I think they should sit up and then educate the masses the more. Now, this is what I found out about this vaccine, that it was produced in 2009, and this is how a vaccine works, so that anyone can understand why certain things happen.